Hello and Happy New Year. I know this might be the first time that we're meeting for the new year. It's week 5. So, welcome. My name is Dr. Phil Blanc, and as the title says, How to Raise Princesses as Opposed to Royal Messes. Now, I have two young daughters, and when we had our first daughter a couple years ago, let me tell you, I'm actually a physician by trade, and I felt clueless. So, if any of you guys out there feel clueless like me, please welcome. This is a community for not only feeling clueless and staying there, but also feeling less clueless by sharing hacks, life tips. If that sounds like the thing for you, please go ahead and smash that like button. And yeah, so why don't we get into it? Like I said, we had a daughter a couple of years ago, but most recently we had our second daughter in November. And you know what? I was thinking like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome to do something where we kind of like track her progress and I could share how, we can raise girls, raise daughters in a way that not only focuses on their exterior beauty, as we're so conditioned to do as a society, is focus on the outer beauty. But what are those things, especially as a man, like, you have a daughter and you're like, what are those ways that I can bring her up to be a person of character? And so the way that I thought would be cool is actually to have a Bible study, basically with a children's Bible. So here is what we use. It's the beginner's Bible, and we are gonna read from. Let's see, it's week 5. So hold on. I think I hear my second daughter. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. That was my second daughter, and she got up from a nap. Um, so back to where we are. So we are gonna read from this children's Bible, and every week what I plan to do is I hope to get some insight on what are those qualities that can help us, especially men, raise our daughters as princesses instead of ending up with royal messes. You know what I mean? And this is baby G. She is 2 months old and she's such a blessing. So let's get into it and see what we're going to learn about in terms of raising our daughters to be princesses. So this is a story from the Bible, and it's finding a bride for Isaac. Isaac was a man who was born to a couple, Abraham and Sarah, and it was when they were like really old. So he was kind of like this miracle baby, and we're gonna see what happens when we're looking for a bride for him. So it says, when Isaac grew up, his father Abraham wanted him to get married. Abraham told one of his servants, "Go to my homeland. There you will find the perfect bride for Isaac." So Abraham sent the servant on his way with 10 camels and a lot of jewelry and clothes. They were gifts for Isaac's new bride. So the servant reached Abraham's homeland. He stopped by a well and prayed, "Dear God, please show me the woman you have chosen for Isaac. I will know she is the one if she offers water to me and my camels." Before he finished praying, a young woman with a jar walked toward the well. After she filled her jar, the servant asked her for a drink. She gave him a drink. Then she gave water to his camels. She was the answer to his prayer. Her name was Rebekah. The servant gave her the gifts, and they went to meet her father. The servant asked for his permission to take Rebekah to Isaac. Rebekah told the servant she would be happy to go. When Isaac saw Rebekah, he fell in love with her. Soon they got married. Isaac and Rebekah had twin boys named Esau and Jacob. So this is a story again about Isaac, trying to find his bride and sending a servant out to go find her. And what were those things that he was looking for? Well, certainly it seemed like he was looking for a woman who was generous, who was caring, and so we find the quality of her being caring and generous. But then comes the point where he has some camels, and these camels might be walking through the desert, y'all, and it's like I hope that she gets a hint that not only am I thirsty, but my camels are thirsty as well. And guess what? Not only does she give him water to drink, but she also then serves his camels. And let me tell you, that was the nail in the coffin. Done deal. Are you available? Like can we get your number? Um, so today, the quality that we're looking for, yes, while she was generous, carrying all that, and she had a servant's heart. What we're gonna say today is our quality for raising girls who are princesses is back here. It's above and beyond. She went above and beyond. And how do we, what is attractive about above and beyond is someone who just isn't settling for mediocrity, and maybe believes in excellence. And I think that is what we want to impart to our girls as they then become women who are part of the workforce and in their own homes. Is we want them to grow with with a standard of excellence, the way that Rebekah showed when she, again, not only served the servant, but also served the camels. So, what are those ways that we can help nurture that in our children? Well, I think it is first, foremost. I think it's one of those things as parents. It's tempting to say, "Do as I say, not as I do." But really, what's gonna hit home the hardest, I think, for our kids is actually what we do. They are watching, it seems like, our every step, every decision. And I think it's going to start with us showing them that we care about excellence and that we want to go that extra mile, not, in terms of how we treat each other as spouses, and even as we treat them. If you have a little princess, well, you want to show them excellence in how you treat them, and then that will become their standard for not only themselves but who they're looking for in a mate down the road. So things that maybe we can try in the upcoming week in terms of going above and beyond is just showing your daughter, again, from your own from how you treat them, or maybe even how you treat your wife, fellas, if you're listening. It's just showing them that you still hope, you hold doors open, that you sacrifice for your wife. Maybe it's cold out there, folks. Maybe you are chivalrous and you take your jacket off and you say, babe, I'm not just gonna let you stand out here in the cold. I'm gonna take my jacket off and I'm gonna freeze for you. No, just kidding. Don't get hypothermic on us, okay? But you know what I'm saying. I think you guys get the point. Is that let's find ways this week that we can show our daughters to go that extra mile, to go above and beyond. And I think it also involves, I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but it's like, first you're teaching your child how to meet that basic expectation. Like, for instance, you want them to eat a whole plate of food. Maybe they're not there yet. Maybe they're going to eat some of that plate of food, and then little by little you're going to help them get through the whole plate. And then maybe the above and beyond part is like, then they can work on some of the other things that you want them to work on in terms of their nutrition, maybe introducing new things to them, things of that nature. So, well, I hope that this was, just gave you, an idea, a simple idea of, something that we can try when it comes to, what are those qualities that we want to impart to our kids. Do you have examples yourselves of how you try to help your children go above and beyond? Please feel free to leave your experiences, your comments in the comment section. And I do hope that you will tune again next time for our next character trait that will help us raise our girls to be princesses instead of royal messes. All right, guys, well, have a great rest of your day. May God bless you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye. Our little one, she's kind of like, yeah, she's napping right now, so we're not gonna try and wake her up. All right.